Well, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Get all my gadgets situated here. Good evening, Next Level. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I want you all to give everybody a minute to hop in and join in as I'm here at the church on tonight. Want to give everybody an opportunity to climb in, climb in, climb in. Two things I want you to first let me know you can hear me loud and clear. And then the second thing I want you to put on the screen, I want you to put tonight is my night. Tonight is my night. I want you to put that on the screen. Come on, everybody type it. Tonight is my night. I want that to be heard. I want that to resonate in your spirit. Tonight is my night. Listen, I'm here at the church, and again, as always, I sincerely thank you all for just being a part of Next Level on tonight, and how you all have supported Next Level, been involved in Next Level. And I'm so extremely appreciative of that because, again, this is not something you have to do. And so I want you to know that I'm grateful for that. I also want it to be known that Next Level is God. When God gave me this, I think God first gave it to me for me. It was to convince me that there was a next level inside of me. And when he gave it to me, he had to get me to understand next level first. In other words, I can't push you to the next level if I myself don't believe that there is a next level. And so when God gave me this ministry now that, you know, has really been a key point in my life, it was to really say to my own self that you can do more than what you're doing. There's more in you. Somebody type that tonight. You can do more. You can do more. Somebody else type, there's more in me. And I was pretty settled where I was, and I share that. I was pretty settled with my pastor, Bishop Smith, at the time. But God had just put in me that Bishop Smith is not pouring in you for you to stay where you are or where he met you at. He's pouring in you because there is a next level in you. Y'all hear me. Y'all hear me tonight. I'm just going for it tonight. He's pouring in you because there's more in you. And as he pours it into you, what he pours into you is now has to come out of you, which was that next level. And that next step for me was pastoring. At the time, Power and Word, which we changed in the name to New Direction. And it was just that voice. I talked about this morning on the prayer line. It was a voice that was pushing me to recognize and realize that there was more in me. And I say this to you all, you know, I had to not settle where I was. And I want to say this to you all, put on the screen, don't settle. Don't just make up your mind that you're going to settle and where you are this is it for you. This is not it for you. This is not an ending. This is a beginning. And so tonight, I just want to just kind of thrust that into your spirit and get you to understand what God is doing and what God is saying. And I know sometimes I'm trying to figure this camera out because tonight I'm doing something new. I'm doing something new. I have moved Next Level to just Facebook and Instagram. I'm on Next Level TV. I'm on Next Level YouTube. I'm on Next Level Facebook. I'm on Next Level because I'm stretching myself now. I'm looking to expand. Somebody put that on the screen. I'm looking to expand, and in order to do that, and this is what I want to talk about tonight. And I want everybody to type this. I'm getting ready to do something new. I'm getting ready to do something new. And I'll shut up in a minute. I'm expanded. I'm getting ready to do something new. I know that New Direction has been hearing me say this, that I'm not just ready to settle. I'm not ready to be complacent. I'm not okay with where I am. I want more. Somebody put that on the screen. I want more. And I believe that there's more. I believe that I got more in the tank. Because see, what life will tell you is to stop right here. And when it get hard, life will tell you, well, maybe you can't take the next step, or maybe what you're getting ready to do ain't gonna work. But what God is saying to me is that I'm getting ready to do something else with you. And I need you to understand that I've put more in you. And so I just, normally I have my next level shirt on. I just pressed the button and said, I'm going for it tonight because it's so in my spirit to share this with you all. And so it's about God expanding you. Somebody put this on screen. God is stretching you. He's stretching you to realize and recognize that there's more in you. And I want to just throw these two things at you as it relates to doing something new. How am I going to do something new? What is it going to take for me to do something new? The first thing I want you to just really type this: be bolder in your purpose. Get more bold in your purpose. Miss Brenda talked about that this morning. You know, that purpose. Get more bolder in it. What does it get? Stop being passive and timid about your purpose and be bold. I didn't say be arrogant. I didn't say, get cocky, but get that confidence that you can do it. And you got to say this: I can do it. There's a lot of you all that God is shifting the ministry and shifting the churches and shifting, in that area. But you're so timid. You're afraid to be that leader or to make that next step. Your pastor needs your help. The church needs your help. Your family needs your help. Your friends need your help. Your job may need you to become more bolder and not be passive and just look at things as this is it. You're not ordinary. You're extraordinary. Okay. You're not ordinary. You're extraordinary. I didn't make that up. So I heard somebody else say it. I'm using it, but it's true. Somebody put that on the screen. I'm not ordinary. I'm extraordinary. And so I have to become more bolder in what I'm doing. Do y'all hear me? I have to stop being so passive and lazy about what I'm doing. I gotta stop treating it as if I got time. I gotta start treating it as if this is my moment right here. Come on, type it. This is my moment right here. This is the time for me to do it. This is the time for me to expand. This is the time for me to just take that next step. And I think one of our problems is we're not bold enough. We got to get the wrong thing out of our ears. We got to stop looking at what we see and thinking that can't happen. Be bolder. I was sitting here tonight just fumbling, and I'm not. I was not. I am now. I know how to, record and do things and make the picture look better and, and expand. And it's like, why are you just on Facebook? Why don't you just stretch? Why are you just, because see, sometimes you can settle in the same people. Somebody is listening to me tonight, maybe on YouTube, maybe somewhere else, but be bolder. Be willing to take that next step. Be willing to expand yourself so that you can be all that God wants you to be. Somebody type tonight, I want to be everything God wants me to be. Come on, put it on the screen. Everybody, I want to be everything God wants me to be, and I got to be bold. God because God can't use no coward soldier. You got to be bold. If you want to do it, then do it. And if it don't work, at least you tried. At least you took the step, or at least you tried to make a move to make life better. And sometimes you may not fall where you set out to fall, but you'll fall in a better place. Let me say that again. Sometimes you may not fall where you set out to fall, but you do fall in a better place, in a different place. Change your scenery. Change your scenery. Start doing some of you all just need to change your house around. I don't care if it's moving the sofa or the TV or the bed. Something needs to happen to get you in a more different environment, and be bold at it. Talk bold. Talk with confidence. So, share with people what you want to do, and stop sharing as if you're afraid to do it, and stop saying I want to do and say this is what I'm getting ready to do. Come on, test it here on tonight. Type it. This is what I'm getting ready to do. This is what I'm getting ready to do. I'm becoming bolder. I'm not timid. I'm not taking baby steps. I'm taking giant steps now. Why? Because I want to get it done. And so if you're going to go to that next level, you got to become more bolder. You got to become more sure. Somebody type this tonight. I'm sure. I'm sure I can do it. Come on, put on. I'm sure I can do it. If it may be just, for some of you all, it may be just applying. It may be just sometimes it's just good to sometimes just get turned down because at least you know you tried. But be bold in your efforts. Be bold in your servanthood. Help your leader. Help those, be bold as a wife. Be bold as a husband. Be bold as a friend. Be more helpful. Be more encouraging. See, when you got boldness, you got encouragement. And your encouragement will you just don't know the life that you're changing. But you got to be willing to be more bolder in that encouragement. Let people know you can do this. Tell people I believe in you. Don't be afraid to let people know that you see them in a better place and doing better. Somebody typed it tonight. I'm becoming bolder. I'm becoming bolder. I'm almost through. So that's the first thing. You got to be bolder. And then the second thing you got to do, and I'm only giving 2 points tonight because I'm almost through. The second thing you got to do, and I want you to put this on the screen, believe God has greater for you. Believe God has greater for you. Watch this. I know this to be true. We can easily settle. We can easily get in a place, and because it's going well, and because it's going good, we can settle and say, this is enough for me. I think me and my wife, we've been in our home for a few years. Do you not know that we're going out looking for a new home? We're looking to see. It ain't the money. It ain't any of that. It's just that we've just decided that God has greater for us. And I believe that if God has greater for me, then I shouldn't settle. Somebody type in that, don't settle, don't get complacent, don't think it's okay. That's what's happening to the church. A lot of people are just okay with things being okay. I'm not okay with things being okay. I know for me, God has blessed me with next level thinking. And I could settle because next level thinking is a blessing. New direction is a blessing. I could settle, but I'm asking myself, how can I do more? How can I expand? Why? Because I know God got greater for me. Who is it that I'm missing? Not who am I reaching, but who am I missing? And when you don't know that God has greater for you, you will stumble and not understand that you've been sitting somewhere for a while. See, how many of you okay, but you've been okay for a long time. And sometimes you got to make yourself uncomfortable again. Sometimes you got to be uncomfortable to be comfortable. And sometimes you got to make yourself uncomfortable again. I can settle. I can settle at New Direction. I can settle just being here. I can settle and saying, okay, we got a great church. I believe we got a great praise team. I believe we got a great ministry. I believe that we got a great audience. I believe that, I ain't got thousands of people, but I'm okay. But is this it for me? See, ask yourself that tonight. You got to, and your answer is no. This ain't if you, because if God did this for me with nothing, then what could He do with what I got a little bit? Let me say this. I'm using me. I started this church with absolutely nothing. It was just a calling and a pushing in my spirit. Next level. I started Next Level with absolutely nothing. I'm talking about Periscope days and days when I was on, conference calls and, it wasn't any financial anything in it. It was just I was doing it, but I started it with nothing. And now that I got a little something, and watch this, if I started it with nothing and now God gave me something to add to that next level, shouldn't I use it? Shouldn't you use what little you have? I want you to type this tonight. Use what you got. Watch this. I'm not trying to use what other people have. I'm using what God gave me. And this is where we mess up at. Sometimes we get complacent because we're using and we trying to use what other people have. Type this again tonight. Use what you got. Do what God have placed in you to do. Refuse to be complacent. Tell the devil, you will not make me settle. And use that. Use that to your advantage. There is greater in you. Would you tag somebody's name who probably on here tonight or may not be on here? You may be sharing this tonight. I want you to say this. There's greater in you. Tag their name. Tag their name. Lady Hopkins, Bishop, those who are connected tonight. That's great in you. Courtney, those who are connected to you. Be bold and become a believer that greater is in me. And when you don't do this, calm down there. When you don't do this, when you don't do this, calm down there. When you don't do this, you're shortchanging yourself. You're allowing yourself to be treated as though that success don't have your name on it. And I want you to type, success has my name on it. And it doesn't mean that you got to be like everybody else. I see what a lot of other pastors are doing. I'm not them. I'm who I am. And I believe that I got a piece of the pie. I believe success got my name attached to it. How many of you know that tonight? Success got my name attached to it. But if I don't become a believer of greater, I'm going to be okay with being okay. I want you to put this on screen. I'm not okay with being okay. I'm not okay. It may not be that you are defeated. It just may be that you're not stretching yourself for greater. And sometimes I know that there were times in the ministry, there were times in the ministry that I felt like I was stuck. And God wasn't letting nothing happen, church. He wasn't letting nothing happen next level. And I'm sitting there like, God, I know you called me to do greater. God said, I know you called me to do more. God said, I know. Your problem is you're not doing it. You're complaining. You're looking at what you don't have. You're looking at who's doing this. You're looking at the people that are not serving. My focus now is, what's my assignment? Who's my assignment? What can I do to better the lives of the people that I lead? When I get on next level tonight, what can I say that's going to jar them and shake them? Watch this. It's the greater in you. And you have that in you. You have the capacity to do some amazing things. You got to step in it. You got to step in it. You got to be able to do it. I want you to type this, say, I'm taking that step. Come on, everybody. I'm taking that step. I have the capacity to do something that I was too afraid to do. But what am I going to do? I'm taking that step. That's the class tonight. I'm doing something new. Boldly, bold letters, type it as big as you can. I'm doing something new. And in doing something new, I just don't have time to entertain old. And I share this, and this is sincere from my heart. One of my daughters in the ministry, some of you all may have seen me, and she came to the last 7 words, Elder Tamara, and I just realized that, when she was there, we had a difference of opinion, but I realized with Tamara is, I can end this. I can fix this. I don't have to wait on nobody else to fix it. I can fix this by apologizing. I can fix this by treating her like she's my daughter, not like she's an outcast or making her feel like she's fatherless. I can end this because I realize that there's greater in us. There's greater in her. We can do more together than we can do separate. And the enemy wants to keep us divided. And many of you all hear me when I say this. Some stuff you just got to let go. Some stuff you just got to get past it. It doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong. Y'all can discuss that in private. But in public, people need to see us doing greater together. And that is our problem. We boycott other pastors. We boycott churches we left. We don't want to hear nothing. We ignore all the pouring and the outpouring that men and women of God have given. And when we mad, we mad. Man, I ain't got time for that. We can do greater together. That's every last one of you all. We can do greater together. We can do more together. I'm not going to sit up and continue to worry about what happened or what didn't happen, especially when I know it's the enemy that's behind it all. See, some of you all may not know this, but the devil is behind it all. Every trick, every plot that is going on now, I'm here to argue with you and convince you that the devil is behind it all. Yeah, the devil is behind it all. And the devil is so crafty and so willing to keep division that he'll have you mad over stuff that you might need to let go. You may have been right, you may have been wrong, but it's time now to tap into greater. And that's my story tonight. I want you to put this on the screen. I'm tapping into greater. I'm going to do greater. I'm tapping into greater. I'm tapping into greater. I'm doing greater because I believe that. And so come on, let's just put hands on the screen and celebrate. We're going to do greater together, but I'm doing greater. And you got to celebrate. I'm doing something new. I'm doing something new. I'm not mad at you. I'm not upset with you. I'm just doing something new, and ignore distractions. Many of y'all laugh because y'all hear those dogs in the background when I'm recording. I have nothing to do with that, but I just ignore them. That it's like they're not there. That's how you gotta live. You gotta live like, you know what? I'm ignoring every distraction, everything that can bother me, everything that can hinder me, everything that can get to me. And now I'm on to doing greater. I'm gonna be bold, and I'm gonna do greater. And it's time to make some bold moves. Somebody type that tonight. I'm making some bold moves. Some moves that make people say, wow, what you got going on? What's up with that? I didn't see you doing that. I didn't think you would do that. I didn't see you taking the next step. And I ain't waiting on nobody to do it for me. I didn't ask nobody to come up to the church and help me expand next level. I didn't ask nobody. I decided that I'm gonna do it myself. And I want you to be mindful of that. I see you doing it. I see you doing greater. I see doors opening for you. I see things happening for you. And I see you doing it. And that is the message tonight. I see you doing it. Type this tonight. I see me doing it. I see me doing it. Them dreams and things can become a reality. You got to wake up, because a dream is a dream as long as you sleep. Wake up and make it happen. Wake up and make it happen. Get up and make it happen. Somebody type this tonight. This is a good class tonight, Bishop. Wake up and make it happen. Stop dreaming and wake up and make it become a reality. You got to wake up. You got to get that vision that's in your head, put it on the paper, and make it become a reality. Time to wake up. Somebody type that tonight. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. And that's what I ask every last one of you all, to stretch yourself and become that person and do great things. Father, tonight, I pray for those under the sound of my voice, that they would become bolder, and they would realize that you've put greater in them, and that you would set in their hearts to get ready to do something new. And I pray that prayer over this broadcast, wherever somebody may hear me tonight. I pray, God, that you stretch us and expand us. We thank you for all things and everything. And we thank you for Next Level on tonight. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Somebody type this. I'm going to do it. 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 Closing out. Closing out. I want everybody under the sound of my voice. This is what I've asked my church to do. This is what I'm asking. And if you did it today, do it again. I'm asking everybody under the sound of my voice. I want everybody to sow tonight, if you can, a $5 or $10 seed. Everybody, even if you did it before. If you on here and you listening to me, I want you to sow. And the reason why I'm making the seed so minimal and so small is because, like I told New Direction, I'm saying it's the next level. We must create a habit to give. And when you start creating a habit to give, your life is about to change. You can't give. If you can give for somebody else,